the Crypt Keeper of Creepy, the provocative prince of the tweens, the nightmare from Neptune. It's Zabujard!
Hello, it's me. It's Abu. This is a new YouTube channel. I'm a new YouTuber, and I've never had a YouTube channel before. If you think you recognize me from 8 other channels, you're mistaken. I know someone who had 8 of them, and his entire channel got taken down immediately after about a year with no warning, just straight up taken down, just gone. And that's why this is a new channel. And I can't upload my podcast right now because new channels have a limit of like 10 minutes per video until I get a certain amount of views or something gay like that. I'm very sick. I've been very sick for about 3 days. I had a terrible fever. I had terrible chills. My body was so hot. I just realized how hot my room was, so I opened up my window today. And I couldn't walk because of my back pain from I don't know if it was Blovid 6919 or if it was just a fever or a cold. I don't really know how I got it. I did go drunk hiking at 2 in the morning the other day. So I wonder if I got it from that somehow. But that has nothing to do with germs. I'm going to have to Google if that can get you easily sick if you're outside. It wasn't even like freezing cold either, and I was drunk, so I was warm, and I was walking constantly, so maybe that got me sick. I went to a dog festival. Maybe that got me sick from looking at the dogs. So this podcast will be only 10 minutes long because that's all I can afford on the new channel. That's the limit. I've been sick as a dog. My fever has gone down, I think. I can walk-ish now. I cannot bend over, but I can kind of walk more. I finally went outside and went on a walk today. I walked very, very slowly. An old man who was 90 passed me. And now my throat's all fucked up, which it wasn't yesterday-ish, and now it's way worse today for some reason. So, I can't keep my eyes open, so I can't even sit at my computer and enjoy the day. I think I can now, but maybe. But I couldn't keep my eyes open, so I would lay in bed because I can't keep my eyes open. And I can't fucking fall asleep. So I'm just rolling around in bed with my eyes closed, unable to fucking fall asleep. So I've been in fucking hell for the last 3 days. Speaking of fucking hell, I want to talk about something really quick. So, Lucifer was the serpent in the Garden of Eden who gave humans knowledge. How dare he? We should keep humankind being dumb nigger retards and not give them knowledge. Then the Old Testament creator, who is not Ein Sof, the highest of the Jewish gods, created the Garden of Eden, which was hell, which I think was his play place, where he had these 2 puppet toys that he toyed around with. And I think he lied to them because he said, if you eat that apple, not apple, but I like how it's always called an apple. If you eat that apple, then you will die. What happens? They ate it, they didn't die. That was lie number 1. Then he came back and he didn't even know where they were, which if he's God, he should know where they are, right? Came back, he said, where are you guys? He didn't even know where they were. So if you're God, you would know where they were, I think. Next step, he created the 10 Commandments after he killed every human in the realm with water. One of the 10 Commandments is thou shalt not kill. Now, why would a creature like that, a creator but also a creature, because he's not the highest, in my opinion, it's a joke, I think. It's a joke. Garden Eden was hell. He wanted them to stay dumb and stupid so he could keep playing with them. I don't want you to eat that fruit and become smart like me and understand that humans are divine, beautiful, smart creatures that can elevate themselves to the levels of very high levels. And so he said, don't become smart. I want you to stay stupid and nigger-tarded. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to say Nick Senny. I'm going to say G. Floyd. He should have said like G. Floyd in Genesis. He should have said like G. Floyd. Moving on. And why would he say thou shalt not kill and then demand I don't know about human, but animal sacrifices? Close enough, right? And then kill every human on earth with water. If you're going to say thou shalt not kill, you probably shouldn't kill everyone in the world. That's my opinion. That's fucking nigger-tarded as fuck. And that pisses me off. And you know how Satan, all the celebrities give human sacrifices to the Satan figure? I think they're actually just giving it to that Garden of Eden guy. Because what did he ask for? He asked for sacrifices. The same thing that quote-unquote Satan asked for, which I don't even know what Satan is. I'm going to just assume that it's the old Garden of Eden guy. Not the snake. He was actually helping us. I'm talking about the other guy. Because this world hurts. I've been sick for 3 days, and it's enough to make me want to commit suicide. It's so unbelievably painful being sick. I'm not going to do that, of course, and I'm getting better now, but it literally makes you want to just fucking die when you're this sick. It just does. And I have to wrap this up really quick. I don't have a lot of time here on this gay nigger fucking time limit. I'm schizophrenic YouTube, so you can't ban me for saying nigger 24/7. By the way, I think that's why my channel didn't get banned for that, where my old channels did. So I'm allowed to say whatever I want. I also have Tourette's. I'm a Waco survivor, a Holocaust survivor, and a 9/11 survivor. So I'm allowed to say whatever I want. Thank you. That's a little heads up. So that's why I'm allowed to say whatever I want. Thank you. And I have schizophrenia, blah, blah, blah. And what else did I want to talk about? I have to wrap this up. Fudge. Fudge. Old Testament stuff. What was I talking about? The Jesus Christ guy, he says, I have a different God than you, to the Jews. So he's saying in that passage, he comes from the highest God, I'm guessing. And so did Lucifer the snake. Lucifer the snake and Jesus Christ were sent by the same highest highest God, the highest of the high. And they came to, I would maybe help humanity. Only problem with that is now, because of what Jesus Christ did, it's tricky with him. Because now, instead of like worshiping themselves, or I guess maybe the highest God, they're all worshiping this Jesus guy, which is could be a huge waste of energy. I'm not sure. You do what you want. If you want to pray for me, that would be great. If you want to send me your energy, I'm very, very careful about how I use and send my energy now. I barely pray at all now, where I was constantly praying before every day for hours. Now I'm very, very careful. And I don't even know if I saw a big difference. Now I want to learn Tai Chi. I think I have energy blockages. I think I have chi blockages. Obviously my groin is very energetic a lot. I think I had a babysitter when I was a youngster who might have molested me, who also taught me a little bit of Tai Chi when he did Tai Chi. And what else did I want to talk about? We're running out of time. What do I say? I have a new funny cartoon I'm going to be hopefully making. I've been too sick to make any cartoons lately, so I hope you enjoy it. I think it's going to be really funny and really good and stuff. I'd like to make a realistic latex mask and walk around my town with it and take videos of myself with the scary monster mask that I want to make that looks like a human but not quite, a little bit far off. Because I saw a guy from Japan do it and I was kind of inspired. I get easily inspired by artistic things like that. I don't know why. Here's a weird question that's a pretty badass question before I run out of time. When it comes to global consciousness, you make the world a better place by making yourself a better person. That is what will save the world. Don't worry about Jeffrey Niggerstein. He'll go to hell or whatever because he has way too much bad karma to dig himself out of that boat. And so does Hillary Clinton. Okay, their karma is so bad that all they have is this realm. They have nothing. But you and me, anyways. So if you do something bad, does that affect the entire global consciousness? Not sure, but maybe. And then here's another weird question. Would you rather be a part of the global hive mind consciousness, or would you rather stay an individual for your entire life? And when I say life, I mean immortal, eternal life. Would you rather be an individual or a global creature, or would you rather be like a mix of both? You know, Elon Musk is about to print all the minds in the world together with his forced nano brain machines and force global consciousness, force hive minds. Is that something you want? Or would you be happier being an individual? Or do you think it's better to be a hive? I definitely want to escape reincarnation. The tricky thing about that is, even if you succeed, where do you go? I think there's other places out there which are nice, but just in case there aren't. But I have a feeling there are. But just in case there aren't, this is where your dreams and imagination come in. As long as you practice your dreams and imagination, it's the same when you're dead as when you're dreaming. You're inventing an entire universe realm inside of your own head. And after you die, I imagine you can use your imagination to invent an entire realm universe for yourself, just so you don't have to come back here at least. Something cool I did recently is you go through every single bad thing you've ever done. This took me about 2 or 3 minutes, and you just apologize to the people who you did wrong in your entire life. This is something they also do in Alcoholics Anonymous. I think somewhere in the 10th or 11th or 12th step. I don't remember, even though I've been to a billion Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. I was forced, of course. And no, I don't really drink at all. But yeah, I feel like this is a way to get rid of your karmic guilt, to not be guilt-tripped into reincarnating. A little trick, a hashtag incel tip to if there are entities after you die who try to guilt-trip you with all the bad things you do. All you do is this takes only a few minutes, and you just apologize to each person that you, quote-unquote, I hate to use the word sinned against, because that word feels like such an evil, gay word that was forced on humanity, but all the, how should I say this? All the, what's another word for bad? All the bad things you've done against other humans in your life and stuff like that. And you just say sorry to them in your head. And also all the people who have wronged you in your entire life, I feel like just go ahead and forgive them immediately. Because it's just pointless to not forgive others. Even if they cut the neck of even if they chopped your youngest trans daughter into a million pieces, I would still shake his hand and say, don't worry about it. I mean, it's a tough world out there. I really don't care. I mean, that's how I feel like I could shake hands with anybody. I really don't care. I've done worse things in this world than anybody, except I've never killed someone. Of course, I've never done that. Even then, I wouldn't care. I would totally shake their hand and be friends with them. I really don't care what people have done. It doesn't matter. It's all these people's pasts are in the past. I really don't care. I only care about the present. I don't care about the past at all, pretty much. I mean, hopefully they're not. If they're still the same person they were in the past, then I would be very careful about shaking their hand. Like if they're still going around chopping people's heads off or whatever, then I'd still be friends with them online. But I don't know if I don't think I'd hang out with them in person because I'd be afraid that they would chop my head off. But I think for most people who aren't, I don't know how to describe this. I feel like I could forgive just about anyone, I hope. And I could be friends with just about anyone, I think. But it does make it tricky, because I am friends with an alcoholic, and I do have to block him for several days sometimes, because I just cannot handle all the intense alcoholic breakdowns and meltdowns and screaming and stuff. I cannot stand how people get possessed by drugs and alcohol. And on that note as well, I feel like, did I say this earlier? Antidepressants they force you into living a life of lies. You're not facing the world head on. You're using these weird, unhealthy, weird chemical junk shit that you're injecting into your urethra cock. Dead nigger AIDS cock. And it seems pointless. I would never want to take medication because, I already have. Of course, I was forced on it for at least 10 years, but totally pointless. Didn't make a difference at all. Probably just made me worse, if anything, in weird, special ways, I guess. But it makes no sense to me at all to take antidepressants or anything. And by the way, I don't get depressed ever. So I never get depressed anyways, but I have blunted emotions or something like that. But I was put on antidepressants. Super high dose, 80 milligrams Prozac, everything, you name it. And I didn't notice anything. So I just think they're fucking gay. And I feel like it's just facing the world with a fake life. I don't want to upset anyone. If they help you, then that's you. Then hopefully they're helping a lot. That's all I have to say. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for finding my new channel and coming back. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Now it's time to have a snuggle with my very best friend in the whole wide world. You. Well, I'm glad you could come over. See you soon. Bye.